Hi, I'm Arthur Hammonds. I've been presenting this series of talks about and from my book, Yes, You Can Do This, Charting Your Way to Health, Wealth, and Success. In this little book, I have stories and examples and maps to get you from where you are into and through incognito and back to where your journey began. But your journey doesn't really begin, it continues, but on another level. So today I wanted to talk to you about your map, how to get to, I'll create my goals by putting them in writing. Now, this information is not new, and everyone's heard about this, and my take on it is not that much different from anyone else's. But here's something that might be interesting to you. You fell into this time with me and you're watching it. And as you do, somehow, I believe, somehow this was meant to be. Not that I had something phenomenal to tell you and our destiny brought us together, but because it's time that you heard something that you have to tell you. And your destiny has brought this moment to you for you to hear what you need to hear. And so as I present these ideas, I would say I have no value. But what you have, who you are, is of value. I have value to me, but I don't have any value to you. And so as you listen to this, you say, who does this guy think he is? It doesn't matter who I think I am. And what matters is who you think you are. And I want you to know that you can create your goals as you put them in writing. Now, we've already talked about how you have the power to think and create, and how thinking and creating stirred up draws to you what I like to call your catalog of possibilities and beliefs. Then when you find that you have the interest and you believe that those things that are dawning on you, that are coming like in little bits of inspiration, you could do this, you could do that you believe and have the interest that they can be yours, and then you start moving in that direction. Once you've decided what you want, then it's important for you to put those ideas in writing. So from my book, I've taken these points and I'm reading them so that they are on this presentation, just as they are in my book. And so, in order to have your goals in writing, put your goals in writing and develop the capacity to visualize your results. I do a lot of marathons. In fact, I counted my shirts the other day. I've got 80 t-shirts. And I paid $100 for those t-shirts because the cost went to cure something that needed the attention and the purpose of the race. So I'm happy about that. And I have a whole bunch of medals. I do a half marathon a month. But at my first half marathon, I was nervous about. My kids, who are now in their 30s, asked me, and they were about 30 years old then, they said, Papa, when you run, and I'd never run a half marathon before, they said, do you carry ID with you? And I said, no, I don't carry ID. I'm not going to need any identification for anything. I'm not going to go in a bar and have a drink or anything on my run. And they said, no, you'd have to have an identification if you fell over. I said, fall over? I'm not going to fall over. But then I had to start visualizing how was I going to feel crossing the finish line. I didn't know what the finish line looked like. I had never seen one before. I'd never crossed one before in a race like that. But I visualized the string, and I could feel the snap of the string as it burst across my chest as I was running across the finish line. Well, when I got to the finish line, they don't have strings. They have magnetic strips on the ground that click with the magnetic strip that's attached to your shoe. These days, at this time, that technology is changing. But as far as I was concerned, the string snapped and I bursted with my success of leaping over. You have to have a clear vision of what accomplishing that goal is going to look like. And the more you invest in that end vision, the more you have your focus taken off of all that it will take to get from here to there. And oftentimes what it will take to get from here to there, the fear of it, the anxiety about it, the knowledge, it's going to be so hard. eliminates us from ever reaching the goal. So it's best not to focus on how hard it's going to be, but focus on the sting of the string as it snaps across your chest as you cross the finish line. Add animation to your goals, giving them movement and life. See yourself in the goal. Then create a schedule for what you need to do. And just recently I've set a goal for myself, and it's going to be accomplished just a few days before my birthday. I took the number of weeks between now and then. It involves some exercise and some weightlifting and some running. And I've put the schedule of what I need to do and how I need to chart my progress. I need to weigh this much at this point. I need to weigh this much at this point, and and how I will reach those weight levels and cremate the fat that I have and get from here to there. I've created a schedule, but I started by having my goal in mind and then the steps that I would need to take to get from here to there, and the timing and so forth. Then know the particular steps that you need to take to get to your desired results. I'll have to do this, and I'll have to do this, and I'll have to do this. And when that's all written down in front of you as an agenda, it's easy for you to see the increments of work that it will take and the accomplishment. It's easy to get to the place where you look back and say, look how far I've gone, I'm on my way. Or you get to a place where you say, I'm almost there, this week didn't work out so well, but you can't win them all, but look how far I've come, I'm going to make it. And then be prepared to do the work and enjoy the results. I hope this will help you create the goals that you want and put them in writing. Written goals are more powerful than ethereal little words that float around and float away in the air. I'll see you at our next broadcast.